What was the most horrific game of truth or dare you've ever played? When I was in 6th grade, I was dared to let these 3 girls tie me spread eagle to the bed, clothed, and do anything they wanted for 10 minutes. I thought they would do something sexy. Instead they spent 10 minutes dropping different objects onto my nuts, from varying heights. One girl dropped a heavy tape dispenser on me, which made me cry. I got dared to answer the door and pay for the pizza we ordered completely naked. Whatever. Easy, right? The doorbell rings. I strip down quickly, and I grab the cash to pay for the pizza, but the pizza guy was not waiting at the door. It was the mom of one of the girls at the party. She had come to pick her up early, only to find me at the door naked. Her husband was a church minister. The party ended pretty quickly when she called. All the other parents were called to pick up their kids. Good times. I was tied to a chair and only my underwear covered in peanut butter, and they put me about 6 feet from the door and ordered a pizza. He wouldn't open the door when I was yelling at him that it was open. After about 3 minutes he finally did, and he was pretty terrified. I told him the money was in the pocket of the jacket hanging up and that he could keep the change. He asked if I needed help and I said nah, my friends will come back eventually. I am just really hungry. The dude set the pizza in my lap, which I thought was okay until he left and it started to burn really bad. I was okay. My friends all came out of hiding after he left and just busted up laughing. There is a video of it somewhere. As it turns out, I would work at that same pizza place for about 2 years. The guy who delivered it worked there and didn't recognize me until I asked him about his weirdest delivery story. I laughed for a while and told him it was me and I did it because of a dare. He didn't really look at me the same ever again. TL Doctor mostly naked, tied to chair, covered in peanut butter, ordered pizza. I was 12 or 13. I was at my step-aunt's house. There were a lot of young adults around, and then my aunt. She asked truth or dare. I said truth. She asked me if I wanted to sleep with her. Edit 0. I actually said you, no. Or something like that. I was blunt and immediate with my response. Edit. She was in her 30s or 40s, I'm guessing. Edit 2. I seriously didn't expect this much attention, and I never really told anyone this story before. Nothing happened. She was kinda gross. She was the only adult in the circle, and I was the oldest person in the circle. She was kind of entertaining the kids and teaching some how to play. Nobody in the game really understood what she was asking me. Edit 3. I also had a step-aunt on the other side that asked me, at about the same age, how's your dick coming in? Do you want to put it to use? And that time I actually told my stepmom about it and she explained it away, something about her having a miscarriage and not being all there. I was right at the beginning of middle school. We were starting to play truth or dare at birthday parties. We were playing a variation that I think in the US is called X Minutes in Heaven. Anyways, I think it was my turn for the heaven thing. I was rooting for the beautiful girl I had a crush with. Instead it gets to a really weird looking girl I wasn't attracted to at all. In my head I'm really let down. This girl wasn't attractive at all. Suddenly the girl starts bawling and runs out screaming something along the lines of not with him. Yeah. Pissed. In a pub. Dared a drunken friend to swim the canal by the pub. This is in Liverpool, UK. In the middle of winter. He stripped bollock naked, and did it. When he got out he had no discernible genitalia whatsoever. This was 20+ years ago, and I can still see his white ass sticking out of the pretty fucking rancid canal water. In Berlin, a friend of mine had to walk through a graveyard with his pants pulled down pretending to be a dog. The funniest part was when there was a couple sitting on a bench minding their own business, when suddenly the stone guy walks up to them, barks at them while having his pants pulled down, went to a little well right next to them, started drinking water like a dog, then went back to them, barked again, and then just sat there for 2 minutes staring at them. Eventually he wanted to run away but fell over his own pants. There was this farm party when I was around 15 years old. Everyone was told to bring different types of alcohol or they'd regret it. Guess who forgot to bring alcohol? So the person who didn't bring any alcohol had to be subject to one dare. No pussying out, no limits. Basically I had no choice or say in the dare. I could only agree and do it. So, in the middle of the party, the host, girl who is same age as me, shouts that it's time for Braca Taco to do the dare. She gets all her girlfriends together and they plan the most embarrassing, exposing, devious dare ever. You have to let us blindfold you, tie you up, and do whatever we want for 15 minutes. Edit. Here's what happened. It felt like they were putting cold water on me. They told me it was ketchup, mustard, and other shit like peanut butter. Eventually they started to get pervy ideas, and soon enough my pants are being pulled off. I feel the cold water again but on my schlong. I freaked out, mainly because they whispered to take pictures. I'll never know if they did, but it was embarrassing as hell, and I was really nervous of nudes circulating or something. Someone said we still have like 10 minutes left, what else can we do? And I hear my friend's voice say lick itoff. I literally thanked God for his existence right then and there because without him I wouldn't have gotten a BJ that night. My girlfriend and I took a set of Jenga blocks and etched in the word truth or dare into the blocks, and a number that corresponded with either the truth sheet or dare sheet. Each sheet was a list of truths or dares. All of them mildly humorous on paper, but devastating in reality. Questions like, when was the last time you faked an orgasm? If you haven't or can't recall, fake one now. Or what's the strangest thing you've ever masturbated with? If nothing unusual, smell the finger of every person in group and describe the smell. Dares like demonstrate your favorite sexual position with the person on your left, or let dead seagulls tattoo your right thigh. I have almost no tattoo experience. Among the truths and dares there were 5 group choice in each category. Any truth or dare could be declined by a shot, and if anyone intentionally knocks over the tower they have to lick the left nipple of all same-sex players until the nipple is erect. Loser has to take a shot and do a group choice dare. This game nearly broke up 3 couples. In the picture above, the girl eating the sun chip out of my ass is the guy on the right's girlfriend. The questions were too real, too raw, resulted in people walking out of the room. But at the same time it was like a train wreck. They kept coming back. At first you declined so many of them by taking a shot. But after 7 shots, you're answering what the sluttiest thing you've ever done was, right next to your girlfriend, who decided that she's going to truthfully answer the last time she faked an orgasm. Shit was brutal. Everyone ended up naked and in the snow. All relationships still intact, but in the way that people who survive a disaster sometimes stay in touch. TL Doctor, Truth or Dare Jenga, Adult Edition.